My name is Cassidy, and I'm so grateful you clicked on today. So today we are going to be doing messages from Psyche. I'm very excited for this reading. Psyche has been a goddess that I found a lot of guidance in channeling her energy. And I will have lulls of time in between where I kind of disconnect, reconnect. I feel like there are times when I'll admit I do need to kind of connect with goddesses that are more fierce, I should say. But Psyche to me represents a very powerful softness that I do love to return back to. So I'm really excited to see what messages she has for us today. She is definitely, I think, my favorite goddess. I really think she is my top favorite goddess. If I had to choose, I adore her. So I'm super excited today. We are going to be doing my Alice in Wonderland card, so I'm also excited about that. We also have some Alice in Wonderland oracles that we're going to be using. So let's jump right in. Pile number 1, you shuffled hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. All right. Pile number 2, you shuffled purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. And finally, pile number 3, you have moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Alright, these are your options today. There will be a 30-second meditation, give you some more time with the cards. If you're still struggling to decide which pile is for you, check out the timestamps down below in the description box where I shuffle music for every single pile. That might give you a clue as to which pile is for you. I'm also still doing personal readings, so if you're wanting something more specific to you and your situation here, or you want a very specific question answered or a topic to cover, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to handle that for you. All right, I will see you at your pile. Bye. Too many spirit, please. Individual cards, only 4 cards. Psyche, what is the message? Psyche, what is the message? What is the message for pile 1s? Thank you, Psyche. Okay. What is the message? What is the message? Pile 1. Okay. What else? What else do you have? What is the message? What is the message? Yep, beautiful. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Bottom of the deck. Interesting. Welcome, pile number 1s. You chose the Hope card. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So, what is the message today from Psyche? When it came to this reading, I was really having a hard time deciding the topic. Usually I kind of feel it out. I might have 1 or 2 in my mind, but it's usually obvious to me which one I really want to record. But with this reading, I was just bouncing back and forth. I was like, I wanted to do how can you level up, or messages from Psyche, and I kept bouncing back and forth because I was worried that, you know, this reading might not be as popular of a topic. But I ended up flipping a coin. I ended up actually pulling like these little colored pencils where I was like, I had like 3 different topics, and I was like, okay, this color represents this topic, this color represents this topic. I closed my eyes and like shuffled them around, and I ended up getting the purple one, which was messages from Psyche. So it was double confirmation, you know, to do this reading. But this was the card that had come out before I decided the topic. So this was when I thought that it was going to be, how can you level up? I had shuffled these, but I really want this reading to be more so about Psyche. You know, I didn't want another goddess to kind of be the forefront of the pile. So we do have Persephone here. It says, change is inevitable. Growth is an important part of life. I awaken my soul and grow into the person I want to be. Yeah, there is a lot of like spring and summer energy, and now I'm hearing the song Don't Do Sadness, Summer Wind, oh my gosh, I always forget the name of this song, and it's like one of my favorite songs. Summer Winds. Okay, I had to look it up. It's Don't Do Sadness / Blue Wind, and it's from the musical Spring Awakening. So I feel like, okay, what I'm getting is a lot of you have been in spaces mentally, spiritually, where I do believe you could have been suffering from just like low energy, isolation, and really not being very, I guess, productive. But it feels more like it's not from a space of like wanting to neglect maybe responsibilities or wanting to. It's just literally like having mental fog, really maybe like struggling with the sleep schedule here. I'm just seeing, yes, possibly like just some depression that's on and off here. And I do kind of feel like it really feels like a shift from like winter to spring, you know, like from coldness to warmth. And especially with Persephone, you know, it's like you're emerging from the underworld, and it's been really cold, and it's been really like difficult to get through this time in the underworld, but it's like, ooh, we're back. Like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here, is that, you know, Psyche is letting you know that you should really embrace this energy right now of like springtime. It feels like you're being revived in some kind of way. I don't know if you've been working on your mental health in whatever ways you can, whatever ways are suitable for you, but I just feel like the fog is lifting. yeah, the fog is lifting here, and you know, there's like a rainbow. Even the rainbow, it's like usually rainbows are after a rainstorm. So it's just like I feel like there's been this period of darkness or struggle, depression. It just feels like, yeah, we have the 10 of Swords here. So it's like you have mentally really been exhausted. I feel like there is a specific decision that Psyche is wanting you to make a full decision, like to decide, like it's time to decide. She's saying that there's no more time to kind of go back and forth. I think that there's a recognition that you have been in a dark space, and there's definitely like empathy and care there, especially in regards of your mental health, like really making sure you're focusing on that, taking good care of yourself, getting the help that you need, deserve. I really feel like it's just like things that your body physically needs. Like it's, I don't know, like I'm getting like protein or like serotonin, like getting some sunshine, getting fresh air. It's like things your body physically needs to feel better. I get a sense of like you being able to embrace that again. Like I really feel like some of you guys, maybe in wintertime, you just hermit up. Like we have the hermit here. You guys just stay inside, you keep to yourself, you don't talk to people, you don't go out, you don't go into the sun, you know. And it's like you could have seasonal depression, but yeah, Psyche is like wanting you to understand that life is all about these ups and downs, that there's nothing wrong with you. I feel like some of you might be feeling like something's wrong with you, or you know, with this 10 of Swords, this is really heavy. It's mental exhaustion. It's to the point of like you're being pushed towards mental collapse. Like it really is an energy of burnout. It's an energy of thinking way too much. It's an energy of possibly even thinking a lot but not actually taking action. Like I said, I feel like you are carrying some kind of shame around like not being productive or not being able to get certain things done. And it's like, you know, Psyche's like, do not worry about that. Don't worry about the productivity. Worry about your health, because the better that you feel, it's not about the productivity, but the better that you feel, you will obviously be getting more done. You will be you'll be feeling good enough to accomplish the tasks before you. But if you are burning yourself out, then the mental exhaustion is just still present. You're not going to be entering any kind of like healthy routine or productivity, or like just, I feel like, in a state of feeling good. I feel like whenever you get into this space of, you know, not feeling your best, I do believe you get very pessimistic. There's like a pessimistic little, I feel like a grumbly little gremlin that's like kind of an asshole. Sorry to be blunt. I'm so sorry if you don't mind the cursing. Yeah, that slipped out. But like a little gremlin that's just like a jerk, you know. And it's just like, I feel like I've definitely I've struggled with intrusive thoughts for my early 20s. Oh my goodness, my intrusive thoughts were so bad. And it really feels like just having a little gremlin that will not shut up and will not like stop saying the worst thing possible. So you could be like thinking worst case scenarios, but it could be making you grouchy at the same time. It could be just making you very pessimistic. Like, I'm never going to get out of this energy. I'm never going to heal. I'm never going to see the sun again. I'm never going to get out of the underworld. But, you know, Psyche is here to say change is inevitable. You know, change is the only constant in this life. The only constant is that everything is changing constantly. Yeah, so it's like spirits just, I mean, Psyche specifically is saying like to hold on tight, to hold on tight. I feel like Psyche is definitely a goddess to relate to in terms of like having emotional ups and downs and like mental collapse. It's like there are so many times in Psyche's story, like her main story, where she is like ready to throw herself into the river. She is ready to just collapse, you know, she's ready to give up. And so I feel like Psyche is just telling you, nothing is wrong with you. It is actually very normal to feel this way, but it doesn't mean that you don't need to like seek help or neglect this. It's like, pay attention to it, obviously, ask for help. I feel like Psyche would she would cry out, you know, to the world around her, pardon me, and the universe would respond. So it's like Psyche is saying, ask and you shall receive. Like, you never know until you ask. The worst thing somebody can do is say no, you know. And so it's like, I feel like there's a decision that you are very, very pessimistic about. It's like you go back and forth, and I feel like a very specific decision. For some of you, this has to do with love, with the Two of Cups here, where it's like you believe this person is your soulmate, you love this person, you feel like this would be a very equal partnership. You think that, yeah, this person is like your match made in heaven, but with this Two of Wands in reverse, like you bounce back and forth, like in your head about like, is this a good idea? Can I handle this? I feel like there's a lot of shame internalized where it's like, something is wrong with me. It's almost like you might not want this other person to have to kind of carry your mental burdens. But that's part of partnership, right? And I feel like if you were to know about your partner's mental struggles or, you know, low times when they hit kind of rock bottom or they hit a collapse, it's like you would want to be there for them. You would want to support them, love them through that. And I feel like, you know, it's like, just put yourself in your partner's shoes and vice versa. Like, this person would love to be there for you, but I feel like you might have the shame where it's like not letting people help you. It's also coming from like this pessimism. It's coming from this like grouchy kind of gremlin brain that is telling you this is never gonna work. I feel like specifically for a love situation, this is never gonna work. It kind of feels like, okay, I'm also getting in Psyche's story where she is living with Eros and, you know, she's happy, she's content, she is in this big like mansion kind of thing, you know, she got an upgrade. She used to live in the village with her family and now she's in this mansion. I'm pretty sure she's like sleeping with the guy, I can't remember though, but the thing about it, the whole kind of weird thing is that Eros is cloaked. He's invisible. He's not revealing his true form. And I believe that's also because like humans can't see God's true forms because, and at that time Psyche was a human, so it's like she couldn't look at him without being like incinerated or like, you know, bursting into flames or whatever. I don't know. So it's like he was trying to keep himself cloaked. I believe he also has like those giant wings, so it's like it was probably, I'm sure that would have been alarming, but it's like I feel like your gremlin could also be like other people that are kind of influencing you at this time, and it could definitely be family, specifically like sisters, because what happens is her sisters end up finding her, visiting her. They thought she was dead. These sisters literally thought she was dead, and so they come to find her and she's living in this mansion. She's like dating this like god, you know, that's obviously given her this mansion and given her so much like freedom, and they begin to kind of put some poison in her head of like, how do you know that he's not like a monster? How do you know that he's not like kidnapping you and tricking you? Like, it's like, I feel like your gremlin might not even be your own thoughts. You know, like, it's time to maybe think about when you have these intrusive thoughts, whose voice are you hearing it in? I think that's something that helped me too, is like I used to have some negative intrusive thoughts that were straight up other people's voice. It was straight up people that I've known who have put negative thoughts into my head, and I let them sit there. I let them exist in my own head. And it's like Psyche is telling you to take back your power in the situation and to make your own decision. Make your own decision. How do you feel about this connection? Because I feel like for a lot of you, this connection makes you feel hope. It's like, it feels like the rainbow after the storm. It kind of feels like you've been through so much, but it's like you've still managed to find what you feel like is true love, or is somebody you could see yourself maybe spending the rest of your life with. Take what resonates here. If this isn't a partner, it could be like a best friend, but I'm strongly getting like a romantic connection here. So Psyche is saying also that like with the Hermit in reverse, like it's time to get out there. I feel like Psyche feels like you've missed out on a lot already, you know, not to give you FOMO, but it's like Psyche is telling you there's so much life to live. There's so much out there for you. And it's truly just like this negative mindset that needs to be like evaporated, kind of switched into maybe some more positive affirmations. And the Hermit, like I was saying, is like, this is a card about coming out to shine after a period of isolation. So it's like Psyche is saying it's time to shine, it's time to go out. Especially this imagery that you chose, it really looks like you can kind of perceive a story of like her coming out of a cave, and it's like, oh my gosh, like look at this sky, and it's like breathing it all in. Like I really feel like that's your energy, where you're just like, finally I can have the sun like kiss my skin, and like there's flowers blooming with Persephone here. I feel like you haven't really liked yourself very much, and I feel like it's because you've just been mentally exhausted. And it's like, how can you really, I don't know, like see yourself in a positive light when so many of the thoughts are negative? I feel like you haven't really been the person that you want to be, and Psyche's just like telling you like you have so much time, or like some of you might even feel like you're too old, or like there's something about like age where it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's like false narratives going on, like false stories, false beliefs, like this gremlin, like these people around you that's like kind of influencing your mind. Psyche wants you to detach from other people's opinions. Like, what do you think? It's like, I'm hearing Psyche saying like, I wish I had trusted myself, like in that moment that her sisters were influencing her and making her doubt this connection, making her question herself. It's like, that's the moment where she wishes that she like could have saw through their intentions as well. Like, these are people that probably didn't want her to be happy in the first place. They weren't happy that she was happy. So it's like, you know, putting more thought behind it, and making a decision truly from a space of self-trust. Bottom of the deck, we do have the 5 of Pentacles, which I feel like is just more energy about feeling abandoned, feeling left out. I just feel like you've been alone. I feel like you have been really struggling on your own. You haven't been reaching out to your support system. I just get like a lonely energy. I get like a cold energy once again. It's like you've been in this wintry HELL. Oh. So I'm going to just pull some cards. We're going to try to close out the reading here. So what are some last messages from Psyche? We have never jammed today. Promises that never come to be, empty words, not living in the now. I feel like this, yes, definitely correlates to what we've been talking about, is Psyche is saying, do not jam. Like, don't let these people create a jam in your life. Don't let these people make you stuck. Don't let these negative thoughts make you stuck, especially. Like, the power of positive thinking, I think, is severely underestimated, because we look at it as naivete, and we look at it as people being stupid at times when they're being positive. But I feel like if you really poured more positivity into this situation, and also from a space of like an informed decision that you came to on your own because of your own self-trust, boom, like, you're golden, you're set. But promises that never come to be empty words. I feel like these empty words are these negative thoughts. It is this influence. It is these people around you. That it's just empty words. It's just, they're trying to mess with you. They're trying to get into your head here. So don't let these people jam you up. I feel like, don't get into a sticky situation, you know? Not living in the now. Like, come out to shine. It's time to live. Like, I feel like you, like, once again, it's coming out as like you've already missed a lot. Any last messages from Psyche, please? Last messages from Psyche. We have, use your time well, make every moment count. I really feel like that's what Psyche's saying, is like, we only have so much time. There's literally a clock here. There's also the Cheshire Cat, which is just such an energy of like, I feel like the Cheshire Cat is a perfect example of like a little gremlin on your shoulder. Even though he was like helping Alice, I do think he was helping her, he was still a little mischievous. And I feel like there's people around you that are mischievous and whispering into your ear, and they're telling you like, go this way, do this, do that, but they're wasting your time. It's like they're literally watching from above, like the way the Cheshire Cat does, and he's watching Alice like run around in circles and just kind of feeding off of it. So it's like they get a kick out of watching you struggle. They get a kick out of watching you get jammed up. And it's like, Psyche's like, reclaim your power, use your time well, make every moment count. I'm just getting like, there's so much to do, there's so much to live for, there's so much life to like be lived here. I don't know, like, some of you are still so young. We have nonsense. It's time to talk sense. Yeah, it really feels like the fog is cleared. The fog has lifted, and at last I see the light. And it's like the sky is new. Yeah, nonsense. Like Psyche's just saying, we all have our times where we get down. We all have our moments when we are not in our best mindset. We are influenced by others. We all are susceptible to these kinds of situations. But it's time to clear your head. It's time. We can't stay here. It's time to talk sense. It's like with Persephone here, change is inevitable. Like Psyche's telling you, embrace the phases, embrace the change here, because you've been in this period of nonsense, but it's time to like, it's time to talk sense. What do you know to be true? What is your truth? Bottom of the deck, set your course, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. I feel like Spirit's just kind of playing off of your energy. It's like, we can sit here and waste your time all you want. You know, we can be mischievous, but if you set the course, if you make the plan, you are going. So I got a call right as I was in the middle of that message. But if I'm recalling what I was saying, you know, it's just very much like, if you know the direction you want to go, your soul is craving to go, spirit will support you. You know, it's like trying to get this little mischievous gremlin on your side, being like maybe talk back to it. Like, that's what I love. That is like, that's something that did help me with my intrusive thoughts, is like, name your little gremlin. Like, fuck you, Jessica. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Like that, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, you can still work with it. It's like, but it's just like, don't take it shit, basically. And I feel like it will be on your side. Like, the more dominant that you are in the situation about like the direction that you want to go in, the more that spirit's going to respond to that, the more that the universe around you is going to respond to that, versus kind of being in maybe more of like a victim mentality and like, nothing works for me, nothing's ever going to work, and blah, you know, I'm so stuck, I'm so jammed, I can't make a decision, like, you know, thinking in terms of like, I can't. What can you do in this situation? You know, empowering yourself, getting back out there, taking a risk, learning how to hope again, excluding other people's freaking annoying opinions that don't need to be heard. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, pile number 1. I really hope you enjoyed these messages from Psyche. I'm sending you so much love, light, protection, blessings. If you resonated, I would very much appreciate it if you give me a like, comment, subscribe. It's the easiest, freest way to help support the channel. All right, my little butterflies, thank you for being here. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. So I was explaining to pile 1. I'll try to shorten it for those of you who've watched both piles. I know you guys do it. I do it too, no shame. But I was explaining that I was just really struggling to decide the topic for today. I was really about to do how can you level up. I still might do that reading, but originally I had shuffled the goddesses, and because this is Psyche's reading, because ultimately I flipped a coin, I like pulled these like colored pencils and everything, and both times they told me to do this reading. So it's like, this was, I had a double confirmation, I have to do it kind of thing. I don't have to do anything, obviously, but I was very drawn to do this reading because of how it has been presented to me, like put in my face, like this is the one. But I still decided to keep these because I feel like they do correlate here as like a secondary message. So we have Hera, let go of yesterday and move into a new cycle. I embrace my new beginnings. I embrace my new opportunities. All right. So pile number 2s. What I'm seeing here is somebody who sees the best in everybody. Like, I just feel like you have such a beautiful, pure heart that you want so badly to just kind of believe that everybody has good intentions, that everybody can change, everybody can do better. Like even the worst person you know, it's like I feel like you're the kind of person that has faith, like that person could maybe change one day or you know, yeah, so like something could happen that makes them go into their heart space. But I think the reality here is Psyche is telling you that it is time to move away from that mindset. I feel like for some of you here, this is about getting older. This is about you stepping into new levels of maturity and kind of leaving behind this maybe childlike nature where you kind of are naive or, you know, maybe just a little bit gullible in terms of other people. Like I really strongly feel like this is about you making the wrong judgment calls on people. So it's like you could be the type of person that falls in love with the toxic person, but you are seeing, you know, like I'm thinking of that song by Ariana Grande, one of my favorite songs, by the way. I did a whole cover of it back in the day. In My Head. Yeah, In My Head. I haven't listened to it in a minute, so I need to listen to that. But she said, like, I see Cain and they see Abel. Like, it's like they see, or I see angel, they see devil. It's like you truly, I feel like you project probably your own kind of intentions. Like you are somebody with such beautiful pure intentions here that it's like you just kind of assume that other people are the same way, but not everybody was raised like you. Not everybody has the same intentions as you. And I feel like Psyche is, it's almost like I feel like she really wants to break it to you gently. And it's like Psyche is a very sensitive goddess, and you know, she's cried her tears. She was mortal at one point. She knows what it's like, more so possibly than other gods and goddesses, what it's like to be human and what it's like to kind of have naive hope that other people will choose to be good, you know, all the time. I feel like you are currently in this space where it's like you're trying to make a decision between two people. And I think for some of you, this is a lover situation where it's like two lovers, like two people that you are romantically involved with. For others of you, I feel like this could even be like maybe like a friendship thing. I don't really know why you couldn't be friends with both of them, but it's like an energy of, this is my friend that I grew up with, right? This is my friend that we are childhood friends, but this person is an asshole. You know, like this person sucks. This person is toxic. But because I've known them for so long, I stick by them. You know, and same thing with like relationships. It's like, this is my boyfriend since I was 15, and like all we've known is each other. And it's like, even though they're toxic, I still put up with it because I still see the best in them and I still love, you know, it's like it's more of a trauma bond than love kind of situation. And so I feel like that's what's going on, is like there's two options, and I feel like one option is almost like obviously toxic. It's like very obviously like, this is somebody that's gonna hurt you. This is somebody who's possibly like lustful, somebody who is maybe even mean. Like they can be really mean, like their words hurts, not just their words, but I feel like it's their actions, like the things that they do, especially if this is like a cheater, or just like a mean friend, right? It's like a friend that just like will kind of humiliate you, or it's like they don't really care about your feelings, especially with the fact that we pulled Hera. I feel like Hera is such a disrespected goddess by her own husband. You know what I mean? But it's like Hera and Zeus have this almost like trauma bond situation. They have what, how do you even describe it? You know, it's like she is the queen of the goddesses, he's the king of the goddesses, and it's like we have to be together. And Hera also rules marriage, so it's like to her, divorce is not an option. So I feel like that's, maybe some of you are in that situation. Maybe you're married to somebody, and for you were kind of naive to go into the marriage thinking that like divorce is never an option, but it might be getting so bad or so toxic to the point where it's like it's starting to affect you. I think it's starting to make you curious. Like your curiosity is leading you towards new beginnings. It's leading you to like ask yourself, what else is out there? Like, this cannot be it. Like, this shit sucks. Like, this person sucks. You know what I mean? This person can kiss my you know what. And it's, you know, it's like this person maybe has just like hurt you one too many times, where you were like so sick of it. You were so fed up. And I always read Hera's energy in a sense of like what I wish she could be, what I wish the queen of our goddesses, you know what I mean? Like the queen, I wish that she was more empowered and not just like a martyr in her own marriage. So I feel like that's kind of the message from Psyche here, is like, do not be a martyr in this situation. Stop enabling a person. Stop allowing bad behavior because of what you claim to be love. ABUSE is not love. No matter what they tell you, you know, or how long you've known a person, if they are hurting you, if they are doing things, saying things, humiliating you, I feel like there's like a domination, like a degrading kind of energy that's going on here, where it's just like, I want you to be disempowered. I feed off of your disempowerment, and I feel like you are so sick of it. I feel like this is somebody you could have known since you were very young, or like it could be, like I said, like a childhood friend. It could even be a parent. All right, I'll say it. It could be a parent, which really stinks, you know, but it could be a parent that has a lot of authority over you and had a lot of influence over you since a young age. And it's like, you always, you know, this was your parent, this was your mommy, this was your daddy. It was somebody that you craved comfort from. This is a person that should have treated you kindly, that should have treated you with love and care. I'm hearing Matilda by Harry Styles, which is, oh God. You know, I'm getting a lot of songs, so music could be very healing for you in this situation. It could be something that helps you process what you're thinking and feeling, because some of you might just, I don't know, it's like, I feel like an avoidance, or like an aversion to looking at it. It's like, I would rather be blind, I would rather ignore it. It's like you truly just want to believe that these people or this person just loves you purely, but it's like Psyche is telling you to look again. Please look again, because I'm seeing sabotaging energy. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse here, so it's like somebody from your childhood, a parent, a childhood sweetheart, a childhood friend, as we literally have been saying, who is, it's like they have bitter energy towards you. They could be jealous, they could be holding a grudge because of some situation, they could just have narcissistic tendencies, you know, where they feed off of your emotional reaction. So take what resonates here. I think it's different for so many people. There's going to be different people watching, but the whole point is like you are being driven to this place of it's time to let go. It's time to let go of yesterday. You know, I think that a lot of you here, if this is resonating, it's like you've held on this long because of the nostalgia, because of the good moments, because of all the times that it worked and it was sweet. But I think that this is something that it's like sweet turned to sour. It's like, and I think that you're also like, you have been a martyr in this situation. You have been the punching bag. And I don't like that term. I'm so sorry if that's triggering, but like, I feel like it's more of just like like this person, anytime they were having a bad negative feeling, they took it out on you verbally, or like it kind of feels like maybe in a somatic way where it's like physically you just weren't feeling safe around these people anymore. Like you couldn't truly get peace of mind. I don't know. But it's just like you're driven to this point of like, what else is out there? I think it's time I start over. You know, I think it's time that I finally let go of this. I think so many of you have clung to this. You've just been clinging on for dear life to this King of Wands in reverse. And it's like, no matter how hard you try, you cannot get your victory here. And it's like, I think it's hurting you at this point where you're like, why doesn't this feel good? Like we've been friends for so long. I don't know if it's like your parents as well. Like some of you, it's like your parents could be watching you get success, or they could be seeing that you still are like happy or like retaining purity in some sense. And it's like your parents kind of want to squash it or sabotage it, right? There's a sabotaging energy where it's like these people don't really want to see you happy. They don't really care to see that because for whatever reason it triggers them and makes them feel like a failure. It makes them feel like, jealous. Yeah, I really do feel like a jealousy. So I feel like you truly think that these people are on your team, or like you've really thought in the past that they were, but it's just like, you can only do this cycle so many times before it's like you catch on and you're like, okay. I think it did take you a little while here, but I'm kind of seeing for some of you met somebody new. So this could be a new friend, a new partner. For some of you, this is even like somebody who reminds you of a parent. It's like a parental figure. Be careful of using surrogate, family energy, right? But it's like, it could just be somebody you look up to, like maybe they are a parent themselves and you're watching them take care of their kids, or you're watching different people's parenting styles and you're realizing how bad it is. Like I feel like there's like a direct comparison in front of your eyes right now. And so Psyche's telling you, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this comparison, because I feel like so many of you are settling for this King of Wands when we have the Knight of Cups here. We have the Knight of Cups. Like this is somebody who is romantic. They're very sweet. They're very thoughtful. I feel like this is somebody who means what they say emotionally available. I just feel like they would never treat you in the same way that this King of Wands would treat you. And so like I said, this could be friend, lover, or even like a kind of somebody you look up to in a maybe like a parental way. Yeah, and then we have the freaking Six of Wands, so victory. Psyche saying you deserve victory. You deserve success. You deserve to be happy. You deserve somebody who can pour out their heart to you, that can show up for you emotionally. Not somebody who uses you as their own like personal voodoo doll, or that's not a good example either. Oh my gosh. My examples, I'm sorry, are stink. Because I'm like, wanted to say it again, like a punching bag, but I don't like that. I do not like that. They just take it out on you. I don't know. They don't care about your feelings. And it's like you've met somebody who does. You met somebody who does care. And I feel like it's everything to you. I feel like it's freeing. It's like a relief. It's like, okay, whew, like not everybody is like this. I don't have to settle. I can have victory. And with the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So to me, this is all about finally seeing something clearly. And it's also about like having multiple options, you know, having multiple options and finally kind of deciding and making a decision based on like clear mind, like a clear vision. Like I just really feel like Psyche is telling you that they, like your spirit team, it's like she's delivering this message from your spirit team where it's like they have directly put somebody in your life for you to compare with this toxic person in your life. You know, it's like they have put somebody who directly mirrors it, exposes this person. It just exposes, it puts them on the spotlight here. And I feel like it's really painful for you because it's like, for some of you, this is shocking. Like for some of you, this is like, I never thought my best friend, or, you know, I never thought my parent would be like this. It's like you're kind of coming to a space of acceptance where you could have been in a space of denial for a really long time. For some of you, this is like an aunt or an uncle as well. It's like coming through differently where it's like, it's just like somebody toxic in your life where it's like there was another person that came in and it just kind of exposed this person's toxicity. And I feel like you could no longer ignore it. You could no longer settle. You're ready for these new beginnings, new opportunities, this new cycle. And this is the answer to your question. This is tough because I feel like some of you here like don't feel like you deserve it, because I think that you've been conditioned by this toxic person to think that you deserve less. Maybe to think that you're ungrateful, or, you know, all these negative words that I'm getting from this person, this very toxic person. They're just like, they want you to feel badly. They don't want you to feel like you deserve this person. Like obviously, because if you had the empowerment to like move away from them, then what? You know, this person feels screwed. So it's like, of course they're going to keep trying to bring you back down. They're going to keep trying to like keep you in a space of disempowerment because they still get the reward. They are scared that you're going to choose better for yourself. And I feel like Psyche's saying to do it. All right, so let's get some last messages from Psyche. What is the last messages? Psyche, please, clear, concise messages. Follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. Once again, I think you're coming to a space of acceptance. I think that you are typically somebody with a good head on your shoulders. You typically know that you have a good, like you have a good heart, and it's like you know that about yourself. I think the situation in this pile is that it was this other person. This other person really got into your head. And I feel like it was also just like you didn't have the knowledge back then that you do now. It's like some of you were literally children when you met this person, when you guys became entangled with this person, or when you were born, right? For parents. Could even be siblings. But it's like, I think that this person, they kept clouding your judgment, you know? They kept making you confused, and it's like you didn't really know what options you had. And it's like, I think that finally, like I said, this spotlight is being put on this person. And it's like, you can't ignore it anymore. And so it's like I think you're kind of begrudgingly following this advice because it's painful. It's like, it's hard. I feel like this is somebody like that you are kind of pulling yourself off of, you know? It's like you're clinging to it so hard, but it's like you're being pulled off of it for your own good. And it's like, you know that that's the best thing to do, but it's just something that's been in your life for so long. It could just be a source of comfort, even if it is toxic. But it's like you're learning how to accept the situation and do what's best for you. We have no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. I love this so much. Psyche is telling you there's nothing to fear. Literally, what's on the other side of this is so much love and what you actually deserve, how you deserve to be treated. And it's all coming from a place of you empowering yourself. You're gonna get good karma for empowering yourself, for no longer being a martyr in this situation. And we did have this card. It fell on the floor. It says, I want to be queen, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. This is insane because I feel like this is just so on mark, where it's like, you know what the right decision is. You know what it is. It's declaring freedom from this person. And it's like, you just need to keep following your own advice, what you know to be true. You need to empower yourself. Remember how powerful you are. By stating your sovereignty, you are passing a test here. By becoming more empowered, you're passing the test. By choosing yourself, you're passing the test. Bottom of the deck, we have clock time, time, pressure, and a rush. Psyche's saying, how much longer can you sacrifice to this person, to this connection? You know, how many years, how many lifetimes is also what I heard. So maybe you've had past lives with this person, you know, and it's like the cycle keeps repeating. But it's like, how long can you do this? Really? You deserve to spend your time in a space that's safe and peaceful, and where you are the queen and you are honored for your purity. You're honored for your pure heart. You're not taken advantage of for it. You're not disempowered for it. I'm angry for you, you know, and I feel like Psyche is too. Psyche's main message is empowerment here. You have it within you. And I feel like she is kind of saying, like, you're running out of time here. I feel like you've already given so much time in this situation, and that's where it's like, you've already given so much of your time. How much more can you give? That's what I have for you, pile 2. This was interesting. I really hope it resonated. If it did, give me a like, comment, subscribe. It is the easiest, freest way to help support the channel, so I really do appreciate it. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Bye, y'all. many. Too many, just one. Welcome, pile number 3s. You chose moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okie doke. This energy is a little funky, okay? So I feel like this message is gonna be specific. Might not resonate. There might be another pile for you, okay? I just want to put that out there with this one. This one is kind of my funky pile. Okay, so I was explaining to pile 1 and 2s that this whole reading honestly has been kind of funky. I keep using that word, but I don't know how else to describe it, because it's like I was just hesitating so much on which topic to choose. Usually I kind of know what I want to do, what I'm feeling. And this one I kept bouncing around like 3 different topics, and eventually I flipped a coin. I pulled like different colored pencils, like shuffled them around and picked a color, and both of them chose this reading. But I had already pulled the options, you know, like the pile 1, 2, 3 options for this goddess deck that I use. And with this, it's like I wasn't feeling like these would be good cards for messages from Psyche. I'd rather have like fairies or, you know, more butterfly cards to represent her energy. So to not take away from her reading or from her message, I chose to use another card, but I still wanted to use these. So your secondary message here is Hecate. Use your power, use your intuition, remember the magic within you. Okay. I just keep getting darkness, okay? Some of you have been feeling like really alone lately. Like maybe you feel like you don't have somebody to talk to. So I feel like you could be turning to other ways to emotionally regulate or to cope. That's the word. You've been using other things to cope. I feel like it could be food. It could be in excess of whatever it is you're doing. So I will say it could be alcohol and drugs. It could be partying, just partying in general, going out. I feel like you just haven't really been moderating very well. And I don't know, I get a sense of frustration from Psyche. And like, I feel badly telling you this, and that's where I'm like, this pile is a little funky, so it's like, don't take the message if it doesn't resonate. But for some of you, you've been doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing. You know, it's like you have been indulging quite a bit. You have been, I feel like, giving into your shadow. You know, like there's not a lot of discipline that's being practiced. There's, you know, and so it's like if you're a super organized person, you always are constantly like moderating this, you know, this isn't your message, this isn't for you. But I think that Psyche is, I don't know, she's like a little concerned, but I feel like my throat is closing, of course. She's like, I feel like she's embarrassed. Like I feel like she doesn't want to be upset with you. There's like a better way to kind of approach the situation. like a better way to kind of reach you is, you know, not through frustration, but through just like really talking to you. Like, what's going on? What's been going on? Like, are you just feeling alone? Like, are you angry about something? Have you not processed something? Like, it really feels like there's something here that you're not wanting to deal with or work through. And it's the interesting thing is, like, it's starting to pour into your personality. Like, it's starting to be like, this is who you're gonna become because you've kind of been repressing or indulging, or both. Indulging to repress, right? So it's like there's a frustration here, because I feel like Psyche's saying that this has been going on for a while. This has been a situation that it's like a long-term thing. This isn't just like this past week you've been acting this way. No, it's been like the last 2 years or something, right? It's been the last 6 months. I feel like it's just a long term. Like, I feel like at least 3 months or longer for most of you here. Like 3 to 2 years. It could, I'm getting 5 years now, but like, I don't like to go into timelines because it's gonna vary for so many people. But like, this has been a long-term situation where it's like you haven't stopped. You haven't taken care of yourself. You haven't been disciplined. And Psyche is concerned. Like, she's concerned. She's frustrated. She's like, I just kind of get like a it's kind of like, you know, the kind of addicts, you know, like, I hate to say it, but it's like addicts that you see that have been given chances to change, but like, they're not choosing it. So it's like, I feel like you could have had opportunities to change, and Psyche has watched you pass them by. She's watched you still cling to this indulgence, this darkness. And so I feel like, instead of approaching you as like in a frustrated way, or even like a controlling way, like, you need to do this, she's coming through more of like wanting to ask you deeper questions, like, why do you do this? Why, like, what is the core reason? How can we work to heal that core wound? You know, it's like, I feel like she's really wanting you to go deeper with yourself, because even if you try surface level band-aid, it's not gonna fix this. This is a deep wound. With the Fool here in reverse, you know, this represents impulsiveness, recklessness. It represents kind of jumping into situations without really thinking, not really thinking about the consequences here. So you see where Psyche is concerned. Like, why don't you have a care of the consequences? Why aren't you worried about tomorrow? You know, it really feels like, why aren't you worried about tomorrow? With the Knight of Spears here, this just talks about like, it's almost like she's saying that you could be lying to people, especially if this is like an addiction. Like, you could be keeping this a secret, or even just whatever, you know, this indulgence is. It doesn't have to be hardcore stuff. It could even just be like eating a lot of sugar, you know what I mean? Like, I'm addicted to sugar right now, you know, something like that, where it's like, it's still something that can cause you a lot of harm in the long run, but it's like something maybe you're not being very upfront about. You're kind of keeping your communication to yourself. And it's like I'm getting like mincing of words, where you are confusing people almost on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, to me, the Knight is a bit developed, right? So it's like the Knight kind of knows what they're doing more so than like a page of in reverse, right? A Knight is like, I'm doing this kind of on purpose. I still feel like there's like immaturity there, like there's still so much room to grow and evolve past this, but it's like right now you're still kind of in this space of like, I'm gonna keep the lines blurry, I'm not gonna be completely honest, I'm going to intentionally kind of like hide things. I'm also getting like some of you are like being cold, or like some of you might just not be talking to anybody. Like I was channeling that loneliness, right? You could just be like not communicating anything at all, and so that's also a form of like hiding it or just hiding yourself in general. But I'm kind of getting like a meanness. Like some of you, I don't know, like some of you, and I think that's why Psyche's like giving you the side eye. She's like frustrated because she's just like, it's almost like, look at who you are becoming through this indulgence. Like I feel like this indulgence, it almost enables your shadow side. Like it creates like this space where it's like I can do whatever I want. Like I don't have limitations. I don't have discipline. I can say whatever I want without any consequences. Like it's almost like your communication is becoming affected by whatever this indulgence is. So it's like you could be becoming more rude to people, more short, more cold, like more isolated, more detached. It could even be like numb, you know, I'm numb. And with the Knight of Wands here, it's like I see a very passionate, creative person. I see somebody who wants so badly to like be free and to indulge. Once again, I mean, you are indulging already based off what we've been talking about, but it's like, I feel like it's like they want to tap into their passion in a healthier way, right? It's like, I think this indulgence, if you were to take it away, if you were to take whatever this is away, it's like it would clear up so much time, space, and energy for you to actually put into things that matter to you, you know, things that you are actually wanting to create. Like I feel like you were meant to create something in this life, whether it's like art, a child, a business, something. There's something about creation, something you're very passionate about, something that ignites your fire, ignites, it's like who you are. I don't know, there's a sense of like it's who you are. Some of you might not have known really how to start. Like, I just don't know how to start. I don't know how to get there. And it's like, because you didn't know how to start, you just like sabotage the whole thing or something. But it's like Psyche saying, I know that this person's in here. I know that this person exists. I know that I really feel like she's saying like, you're better than this. Whatever this is, like, I think it's painful for your spirit team, you know. With the Four of Cups in reverse, you know, this talks about letting go. Letting go. You could be like also trying to use this as a way to cope with like a certain pain, like a breakup or I'm hearing like a separation, like a parent, like if your parents get separated, or it's like spilt milk, you know, it's like something that's disappointing, something that is painful for you. It's like Psyche is saying, learn how to let go. Learn how to let go in a healthier way, you know, learn how to channel this, I feel like this impulsive nature. You have an impulsive nature to you. Learn how to channel it in healthier ways. It's kind of reminding me of this one creator I follow on Instagram. She's pretty popular, so maybe you've heard of her, Thickney. I love her so much, Thickney. She's kind of unhinged and insane, but I just really love her. And I kind of get this energy here where I'm channeling, like, she talks very openly about a lot of her situations. Like, I think she overshares a bit, you know, but I love it. I respect it. And she's talking about how she's quit smoking. You know, she completely quit smoking, and she will make videos like her. It's kind of her thing. It's kind of her shtick, if I can say that. Shtick. It's her shtick. Where she cries a lot. She's always crying, but it's like she's literally like dead ass sobbing, and she's just like, I really want a 3.5. I really want a 3.5. You know what I mean? Like, she's losing her damn mind. But it's like, you see her struggling, you see her going through this, you see her craving to impulsively numb the pain and to numb and, you know, give in to this undisciplined craving. But then lately she's been posting videos of instead of smoke, it's like, that's the title of the video. It'll like have the little caption right there. It'll say, this is me rapping instead of smoking part 500 or whatever, you know. And that's a joke. I mean, I don't know how many parts there are really, but the point is, it's like, instead of smoking, she literally started rapping. It's like she did something to occupy her brain. She did something to like channel that energy. It's like her brain was craving an escape, and it's like she did give herself that escape. She did give herself that, but it's like, and it's also interesting because, you know, as somebody who also smokes weed, her mind is probably a lot clearer. Let's be real. Like, her mind is probably so much clearer now that she stopped smoking, that it's like she probably has a lot of thoughts spinning in her head. She probably, like, almost in a way, it's easy for her to just like pour things out to a page or to create a rap, or, you know, to kind of like, her brain is sharper. It's like she's able to, you know, rapping takes quickness, it takes wit, it takes a lot of vocabulary. It's rap is very intelligent, and to be able to do that in, you know, and especially in place of an addiction, I have so much respect. And I'm rooting for her, you know. I'm rooting for her. She's such a bad bee. She is so adorable and so cute, attractive, and she's hilarious, you know. And she has like literally, like, SZA is always like liking her post. Like, I always see SZA like this post, like, on all her posts, you know what I mean? So it's like she's putting herself out there, even though she might have started as like a lol cow, or like as somebody that people were kind of laughing at because she's always crying. She has taken advantage of this opportunity. And so I feel like Psyche is telling you, take advantage of this opportunity, because you have something within you. You do have something within you. Use your power, use your intuition. Remember the magic within you. But it's gonna take letting go of something. Psyche is saying you need to let go. This is not the way to cope. This is an impulsive band-aid, and it's not gonna serve you in the long run. And it's also changing like who you are. Like, I just really feel like this Knight of Spears, this isn't who you are. Like, I feel like you're usually somebody who's a lot more open. Like, you're usually somebody who's like more honest, and you don't usually like to keep secrets from a lot of people. Like, of course you have your levels of privacy where it's like there's certain things you do want to keep to yourself, but I feel like it's like you've been hiding. Like, there's a sense of hiding, there's a sense of shame, there's a sense of like, I can't look you in the eye right now because I know that I just made a gravity bong. You know, like, and like I told you I stopped smoking last week, or, you know, something like that, where it's like, ugh, yeah. Bottom of the deck, we also have the 8 of hedgehogs, the 8 of coins here. So this talks about working on it. This talks about honest work. This talks about repetitive work. It's like, I feel like you could be a little bit scared of this, you know, of really like having a boring job. It's like some of you really struggle with routine or like discipline, and it's like Psyche is saying that discipline is the way through this. Like, it's time to work hard. It's time to be consistent. What would happen if you were consistent, right? It's like, I'm pretty sure Thickney, I know I was just talking about her, but it's like, I'm pretty sure she's releasing music now. Like, she started it as a joke. I'm telling you, it was a joke, dude. It's like, it starts as her sobbing on the floor in her bathrobe, you know, like in her PJs, looking a complete wreck. And now she's stopped smoking, like, because of her own discipline, her own hard work. And now, because of that, it's opened up so much space. And now it's like, now that she's actually put consistency into this rapping thing, she could possibly make a fucking career over this. I'm cursing over here. I'm getting passionate. It's like, she could legit, she just changed her entire life just like that. So I feel like you need to really expand your mind of like, if you're unhappy too, I feel like a lot of you are lonely and unhappy and not like, you're not where you want to be. And so, damn, just imagine if you switched up. Let's get some last messages. What's the last messages from Psyche? What are the last messages from Psyche? Belong to your own dream. Create your own life. I feel like this isn't your dream, you know, like this isn't what you really want. And just that energy of creation, once again, I feel like you are the artist, you have the paintbrush, and it's like, it's up to you. What are you gonna do with this? What are you gonna do with this canvas? I feel like a lot of you are procrastinators, you know? You're like, I'll paint that canvas later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Psyche is saying, don't wait till tomorrow. There's actually that song by John Legend that I'm hearing. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till tomorrow. I can't think of how it goes, actually. But, you know, it's like Psyche saying, get it done today. No more putting it off. For me, something that does help is like, I put it in terms of time. This will take me less than 5 minutes. This will take me maybe 10 minutes. This will take me, you know, it's like, give yourself that timer and see how long, like, it might even take you less time. You know what I mean? Procrastination is, it really sucks. Somebody who comes from a ADHD heavy family, procrastination paralysis is so real, so painful. But what is the remaining messages from Psyche here? All must have prizes, trying to please everyone. Some of you are like artists, but it's not like what your family wants, or it's like not what people around you want. Some of you just really have a hard time saying no. Like, it's about discipline. It's about, if somebody offers you a drink when you are sober, being able to say no. like not what, I don't want to be the buzzkill. I don't want to be the one person that doesn't drink. Like, no, keep your discipline. Stop trying to please everyone. I feel like with this loneliness, there's also like a craving for love, right? It's like a craving to not be rejected. Don't abandon me, please. You know, all must have prizes. So it's almost like you're trying to give people what they want. But are you getting what you want? You know, it's like by spreading yourself thin, or not being able to say no to certain people, or not living your own dream. Like, there's something about, it's like your life. It's your life. It's your dream. Yeah, I just feel like a heavy, like, fear of being misunderstood. And I think Psyche's trying to say, like, not everybody will understand. I don't know. Like, it's like, I keep coming back to this example, but it's like with Bikini, it's like, I really don't think everybody would understand her. She is such an insane flavor, taste, an acquired taste. She is such herself, but she's living her own life. You see what I mean? It's like she's creating her own dream, no matter if people understand her or not. What's the advice, Psyche? What is the advice, Psyche? Last message. We got two. We'll take them. We have law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. Interesting. Sorry, both of these cards I'm drawing a blank. Okay. We're gonna reshuffle, actually. I'm sorry. I really rarely do this where I reshuffle. With the law is not justice, I just really feel like it's strongly like, you don't have to do things by the book. You don't have to do things a specific way. You can do it your own way, but make sure you are creating discipline. I don't know. The right way, learning to create what you desire. There's something just very clearly that Psyche's like, there's a healthy way to do this and there's an unhealthy way to do this. There's a way to do this that is going to bring you further away from yourself, and there's a way to do this that will bring you closer to yourself. So which way are you going to choose? Are you going to become closer to yourself? Are you going to become more yourself? Are you going to really put in the work, the hard work and discipline that it takes to get to your dream? Like, I feel like you really have a dream of creating something. There's a creation that you want to put into this world, and that will not happen if you don't have the discipline, if you don't put in the hard work. And so it's like, are you going to get closer to yourself, or are you going to get further away from yourself? Because I feel like if you keep going down this path of like undisciplined, reckless, just kind of jumping into things, still kind of holding on to the past as well, hiding, isolation, it's like you're gonna become less and less yourself. Like it's not who you are. Bottom of the deck, we have growing up. Wanting to grow and experience rejection of perpetual youth. I just feel like you've finally gotten to this space where you're like growing up enough, like you've grown up enough to realize that this isn't the path for you. And that you can change. It's almost like maybe, you know, sometimes when you're young, it's like you just have this path that you're going down and it's like you think that this is the only way, but it's like you come to realize like actually like I just said with Thigney, it's like she switched it up. She was just like she could have kept smoking, she could have kept, you know, sabotaging herself, but switching up, growing up. I feel like a lot of maturity is just acceptance. Like I accept that whenever I smoke, I don't get things done. I'm less motivated. I have a more clouded head. I can't create as clearly, you know what I mean? And it's like I'm accepting that. I'm being mature about that. I'm accepting that, and I'm choosing different. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Ooh, this was so interesting. This is so much different than the other two piles too. I was not expecting this, but you know, Psyche, like I'm hearing in my head like from Greece, you better shape up, cause I need a man. Like Psyche's just like wants you to shape up, you know. Psyche just really wants you to get closer to yourself, belong to your own dream, learn to create what you desire, stop pleasing everybody else. All right, that's what I got for you, pile threes. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the messages resonated with you. If they did, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Would love to hear from you guys. It is also the easiest, freest way to help support the channel, so I very much appreciate it. Till next time, love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Please, just one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. One more. Good thing. Thank you. Yay. Welcome to the bonus pile number 4s. Sorry, it's like the angle that I have my phone, it's like never gonna be straight, but we're fine, whatever. The bonus pile is supposed to be more chill, like we're just at my house. You came over, I pulled out a deck, and we are chilling, big chilling, right? So this is supposed to be like a shorter version too, but I did pull as many cards as the other pile, so it's probably gonna be about the same time frame. So these are messages I take for myself as well as the collective. So welcome. This is our pile. So we pulled celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. A little rhyme there is so cute. Okay. Yeah, so Psyche's saying, get ready, bitch. I do feel it too. Like, I don't know if it's just like the excitement of spring and I love spring and fall. Those are my favorite. I live in Texas, so like summer is low-key way too hot, even though I do love it, especially if you get to go to the beach or like go to the pool and such. Like, I do love summer, but you know, I'd much prefer spring. But I just feel so revived, and I do feel that energy of like, let's go party, let's go have some fun. Okay, let's get out there. So Psyche is definitely saying that an invitation could be on the way, so keep an eye out, be ready to go out. I feel like there's something about clothing here, the way that the clothing is shining, glowing. It really is giving me like iridescence and like thoughtfulness. Like, I feel like in the way I see it is like she's put a lot of effort and thought into how she appears with her clothing, like her fashion, the style, even the hair. Like, the hair looks very like curled in a way, or like, wouldn't say crimped, but yeah, like curled. And then there's also like flowers put into it. He looks kind of like a hot mess, but we won't talk about him. He looks like a freaking, oh my gosh, pirate. I don't know. Sir, come on, sir. No, but it's like, you know, you could be dressing up. I feel like some of you are like getting a new wardrobe or like getting more clothes or something, like summertime clothes, going shopping. But yeah, let your hair down. Like, I just feel like you need a break. There's something here about a break. Yeah, you need a break, especially because we have the 9 of Swords here, and that talks about sleepless nights. It talks about overthinking. It talks about being very like stressed out about a specific situation. So there could be something that's like heavily on your mind, and it could be something that like gets under your skin, or like it just creates like, you know, when you're like laying in bed tossing and turning, and you're just like, oh my god, I can't stop thinking about this situation. So there could be something on your mind, and it's like Psyche's telling you it's okay to like take a break. It's okay to freaking, you know, choose to put your mind onto something else. Like, it's okay. Like, I feel like some of you get kind of I will say like compulsive, or like sorry, this is, you guys know it's my own file, so I'm like, I like, as I'm saying things, I'm like, wait a second, no. What are you saying about me? But yeah, no, it's like, I think some of you can be a little bit like maybe obsessive, or like, yeah, like obsessive compulsive a bit, and it could be just like part of your personality, but it's like you struggle to let things go. Bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Like, I think that Psyche is recognizing that it's not always easy for you to let go, but it's very rewarding when you do. It's very, very rewarding. Like, when you finally let your hair down with the Wheel of Fortune, when you finally kind of give in to like flow, like when you reach flow state, right? When you get into this energy of like luck and celebration, also community, like spending more time with others. Like, I feel like you don't spend enough time with people or something. True, I'm a hermit, okay. But 4 of Cups in reverse, it's like this talks about letting go. It's like this talks about not crying over spilt milk. That's always the best way I can put it. You know, instead of being like a brat about a situation, being very stubborn, being very like stuck on an outcome, you're able to release, you're able to let go, you're able to move on. So I think Psyche really wants you to like move on from a situation, especially something that's causing you a lot of sleepless nights, overthinking. So I explained to the other piles, I guess I'll explain to you too. I pulled these cards first when I first thought that I was going to be doing another topic. I was going to do how can you level up, and I just really wanted Psyche to get her moments to shine. I didn't want the other goddesses to be, you know, all beautiful and empowered. No, I want them to be, but it's like, you know, this is Psyche's moment. Give her her moment, okay? But they're still here. They're still here. Like, the energy is still present in the reading. And so we shuffled and we got Persephone again. So there might be a message for you in pile 1. But we have explore your inner darkness, purge what you no longer need, be still. Interesting. And we were just talking about letting go, right? We were just talking about not crying over spilt milk, not holding on to like a grudge, not being stubborn. Like, I feel like this is part of purging, right? It's like, oh, this spilt milk is here. I'm going to clean it up. That's it, right? It's like, I'm gonna be still, I'm gonna breathe, I'm gonna regulate. I'm not going. Sorry guys, I got a call. So I am just getting back into the message. 1 second. Don't you hate when technology is stupid? Alrighty, so what we were saying, yeah, so it's like learning how to let go and just have fun. I don't know, I feel like I personally was just like sitting in this energy of, I guess, envy for Sagittarius. Like, I found out Zara Larson is a Sagittarius, and I don't know why it's just sending me, because like, you're telling me Midnight Sun Girl is a Sagittarius? Like, of course she is. Like, it just makes so much sense to me. Sagittarius rule, like, expansion, freedom, luck. Like, they're so lucky. And, you know, I feel like a lot of Sagittarius were just sent on this earth to have fun. And it makes me, like, jealous. It makes me jealous. Like, I would love to be sent back as a Sag, you know, just because of how much fun I feel like Sag are always having. And it's like, you know, that's definitely through a lens of idealization, because I know plenty of Sagittarius who have plenty of problems and, you know, plenty of stuff weighing them down. But wow, you know, Midnight Sun Girl is a Sag. So, but it, you know, when you are jealous or when you are envious, it's like, I feel like it gives you an opportunity to look at your life and be like, what am I missing? What am I lacking? What do I feel like I'm seeing in another person that I can also embody? And so I feel like for me, celebration coming through is really big, because I want to have more fun. You know, me looking at this girl who's just having the time of her life. I feel like Zara Larson is living her best life. Like, you see clips of her and she's just like always like singing, like everywhere she goes she's always dancing, like in her dressing room she's just like shaking hips. You know, she is so much fun, and I see that and I crave it. I just want to have more fun. And so I feel like Psyche is telling you, like, why not? Why not you? Why do you have to wait till the next life to be a Sagittarius to have more fun? You know, why can't you have more fun now? And so I feel like it is kind of with Persephone, explore your inner darkness, purge what you no longer need, be still. Like, this, I feel like your inner darkness is kind of limiting you. You know what I mean? It's become a limitation for you to, like, where you like tell yourself you can't have fun. Like, who is telling you you can't have fun? Who is telling you that life has to be such hard work? Who is telling you it has to be this one way? So I feel like it's kind of challenging your shadow of like, like, I feel like my shadow can really manifest itself in Virgo energy. Like, Virgo has a lot of shadowy energy. So does Pisces. But with Virgo, I feel like we are the sign of service. So we struggle maybe with like boundaries and overextending ourselves because we are good at being of service. But just because we're good at it, doesn't mean we can't have our own boundaries too. So it's like, that's kind of a shadowy aspect. So that already kind of gives you, also it's an earth sign, so it's like going towards stability, going towards material wealth constantly. So it's like life has to be this hard work. Also Virgo, I feel like they struggle with control and perfectionism. So I feel like this is like challenging all of that. Psyche is like asking you to kind of challenge that shadow and be like, why can't you have more fun? Why can't you let your hair down? Why can't you just because it's not like a sense of like, why can't you be different? It's more like a, why not you too? It's, you have this within you. It's there. You actually want this for yourself. So why not you? I feel like Psyche does want you to meditate. Psyche does want you to be still. They want you to let go of control. I feel like some of you, this is about control, What happens if I let go of control? What happens if I have too much fun? It's like, why are you fearful of that? This is something that you actually want. And it's not to be like stupidly going into fun and like just being reckless and like being a hot mess, but it's more, why are you holding yourself back? The Hermit in reverse. That is so perfect. That's so funny. Yeah, this is all about coming out to shine. This is all about, after a period of isolation, getting yourself back out there, having fun, like celebrating, shining, letting yourself be seen. I feel like, especially with like the iridescent dress here, even with her shadow, it's like Persephone just like, yeah, I'm carrying this bunch of skulls, so what? Like, and what? Yes, and like letting yourself be seen for the beautiful, for the shiny, but for the put together, but also for your shadow, also for your darkness. Let yourself be seen. Stop hiding. Stop being in the dark. Stop isolating. I feel like you get so nervous about maybe how you're perceived, or, like it could just be a sensitivity where it's like other people say things to you and you go home and you stay up all night thinking about like, oh my God, remember when they said that? And, it's like, let it go. Let it go. Psyche saying, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Spin the wheel. Take a chance on Jupiter energy, Jupiter luck. Like, I feel like a lot of Sagittarius are lucky because they take a risk. They spin the wheel. They just go for it. And they kind of have a sense of like, it'll work out. It'll work out. And so, and usually it does, like in some magical, lucky way. We have the Empress. The Empress. To end this reading, oh, that is so beautiful. Psyche's saying you deserve to be seen. You have so much to offer. You have so much to give and create in this world. You are such a... I'm hearing striking view. So it's very interesting. Such a striking view. But think about the kind of queen that you want to be. Think about the kind of empress you want to be. Do you want to be the Queen of Hearts, you know, that is very controlling? It has to be her way. It has to be a certain specific perfect way all the time. It's like this is somebody who's constantly like trying to make everything perfect, but that perfection almost reveals their shadow. It's like somebody trying to hide their shadow, make everything look wonderful and perfect, but it's like it almost like brings it out more, like, oh, this is a fucking horrible person. So it's like choosing who you want to be. Like, do you want to present this image of perfection that nobody can actually obtain? Like, do you want to project this image of control and put togetherness that is not real? It's like some of you fear like other people talking about you. I really feel like it's like you being seen. It's like you being put in the spotlight and people having negative things to say about you. But Psyche's saying people always have something negative to say. They will always have something negative to say, you know? And it's like you don't need to take it personal. As long as you are being true to yourself, as long as you are not hiding and being fake, you know, a fake version of yourself. It's like this is somebody with an integrated shadow that has allowed their darkness to be not shamed, you know, explored, understood. And you were able to let go of the bullshit that you don't need. Yeah, the Empress. Know your power. Psyche's saying know your power. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to have fun. I just split the deck and we have the Nine of Pentacles, which to me feels so good because I feel like I get this in reverse a lot because I struggle with codependency. And so the fact that this is coming through upright, I feel like Psyche's saying that you are doing a really good job. It's such a hard thing because I feel like codependency is just like a lot of other things where it's like it's a never-ending battle. It's something that I'm always going to have to be aware of and conscious of. But I feel like Psyche's saying you're doing a really good job not giving in to the codependency, you know, creating independence, creating something for yourself that is beautiful and it's purely from you. I don't know, there's just a sense of like you're single, you're beautiful, you can stand on your own, you don't need anybody. You're so powerful. I don't know. And then I'm not just saying because it's my pile, but that's what's coming through. The Empress, you know, she is mother. You could be very nurturing as well. What is the last messages from Psyche? Last messages from Psyche, please. All right, we have you are rare and free. There are not many like you. I get this card so much. That's why when it came out, I was just like, yep, yep. This one comes out for me quite a bit. So, I mean, I feel like you're very unique. You're very, like, you stand out. I feel like you kind of stick out like a sore thumb. But you are rare and free. It's like, I think there's like weird shackles that you have kind of put on yourself that it's like it's not your burden to carry. It's you can free yourself from them. Psyche really wants to see you in your full freedom. Not everybody's the Empress. Let's be real. You are rare. Everybody has that energy within them, but to actually embody it is completely different, right? All right, we got 2 choices. Feeling blocked, restrained. I feel like you're telling yourself you're stuck, but it's kind of giving me the devil, where it's like they're wearing the chains, but they can take the chains off at any point. It's like the cage is actually unlocked. You don't have to stay here. I think that you could have just gotten used to certain levels of isolation. Yeah, you could have just gotten used to it. Like I said, I feel like you might not have spent a lot of time with people, or like you might not be spending enough time with people. So it's about choices. It's about like saying yes to the invitation. We also have nonsense. It's time to talk sense. I feel like that goes into what we were just saying, is like, stop telling yourself a narrative of like, oh, everything's gonna go wrong, or they're gonna talk about me negatively, or you know, like there's like an anxiety, there's a bit of a panic there, and it's like Psyche saying it's nonsense. I feel like you don't see yourself the same way other people see you. Okay, so I think that there's like a reevaluation that needs to happen. Why are you so afraid of being seen? Questions for my therapist. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. I love it. I love your uniqueness. I feel like your uniqueness is something that makes you so special, and you should embrace it. You shouldn't be scared of exposing it or putting it out there for it to be seen. Think about, like, I just always love this, where it's like as a perfectionist, as somebody who grew up very perfectionistic, think about your favorite artists, think about your favorite creators, think about all the people that you love, and most of those people are probably unique as hell. They probably let their freak flag fly, you know, they probably are so true to themselves, no matter how quirky or weird or, you know, integrated shadow they are. That's a bad way to put it, but people who have gotten to know themselves truly, right, are like the best people. And I feel like this is an opportunity for you to really fully get to a space where you're no longer blocking yourself, no longer isolating, no longer talking nonsense, embracing your differences. Also, I feel like this is a sense of like meeting more people, like spending more time with other people, and really just starting to realize like everybody's a little different, you know, everybody's their own special, unique self. Like perfection doesn't exist. Divine perfection exists, but the perfection I'm talking about, like that kind of shadow perfection that we all are like wishing, or not wishing, that a lot of us aspire to be because of capitalism most of the time. It's not real. It's not real. But you're real. That's what I have for you, pile fours. Sorry, I'm running out of steam here. So I just want to thank you for being here. If you resonated, if you liked the message, give me a like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear from you guys. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Peace.